Hey there, it's Tammy with It's All About the Dogs.
Noelle with Positive Directions Canine Academy.
What are we talking about today, Noelle?
Well, I thought we'd talk about house training.
Oh, a lot of people have an issue with that.
Yeah, they do. Some breeds are harder than others to train.
Exactly.
But often the reason that they're hard is because the owner is switching, technique
Oh.
halfway through the learning process, and that will really confuse a dog. So dogs know where to go to the bathroom by how it smells and what it feels like, the texture under their feet. So when people have problems with their dog peeing on the carpet, it's because carpet and grass feels very similar on your feet. So dogs are,
Right.
yeah, and the other problem with carpet and grass is it holds odor in.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter how hard you try to get that odor out, you may not be able to smell it, you may not even see any remnants of it there, but your dog can smell it.
And some dogs go on concrete because they've been in an enclosure,
Mm-hmm.
especially if they've been puppies, right?
Yep.
And they've been in an enclosure with the concrete floor.
Yep, exactly.
So then you're having them on your patio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the surface that they're taught to potty on becomes the surface that they always want to go to the bathroom on.
Mhm.
And that is because they love the smell and the sensation. That's what tells them where they're supposed to go and when they're supposed to do it. So the other problem that happens is people just throwing their dog outside and expecting them to go to the bathroom, waiting 20 minutes and bringing them back inside.
Yeah.
You can't do that, unfortunately, guys. You're gonna have to hook your dog up, you're gonna have to take him out on a leash, and you need to go to the same spot every single time.
And you can take them off the leash and let them out once you've gone through the process.
Once your dog's potty trained, and then you can take them off leash, but until then, we don't want to take off the leash because we don't want our dog to wander off and forget what they're supposed to do.
Right. So during the training process, you have to be consistent in doing that, correct?
Yes.
Right. And
Yes.
so what do you have here? You have some pee pads.
Well, so I bought these. I got a litter of puppies at home right now,
Woohoo!
and I bought these for the babies because they're having trouble getting all the way to the litter box. So I litter box trained my puppies, and they're doing really, really good with it. But when you're roughhousing and playing, and your bladder's only 7 weeks old, it's a little bit hard to make it all the way in there.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to pick up the poop with a pee pad than it is to try to keep doing bedding all the time.
And these are super cheap too.
They're super cheap, but here's the problem again. If you put this on the floor and your dog gets familiar with walking on papers that are on the floor, then they'll start peeing on papers on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
And so
And you don't necessarily want that either.
No, you don't really want that. Or they'll pee on other items that are on the floor. Maybe you've got undressed and they go over and they pee on your sweatshirt, or they pee on whatever. So again, the surface is probably the most important thing to think about when you're house training. And
So
most
these
of
would
us
be for
give it-
apartments or people that have their dog in their home, right?
Yeah, so if you're gonna train using pee pads, you're always gonna have pee pads. It is silly to train your dog to pee on pee pads and then teach them to pee outside, because you're doing the house training process twice.
Mhm.
Dogs don't make the connection that when they pee, they have to have their aim correct. They've got to have all 4 feet on the pee pad and their body parts where they're supposed to be. So you can still have a dog who puts a front foot on one of these pee pads
And they just go.
and just goes, and the poops or pees are landing on surfaces other than what you want them to be on. So these are things that I use for pretty new puppies. I don't usually use them for puppies once they've gone home. And again, it's that surface thing that we want to be careful of, and we don't want to house train twice.
No.
So, you know, if
So
you've
this
got,
is kind of a Band-Aid
yeah,
for that kind of thing.
yeah. So if you've got, let's say you've got a 3-pound Chihuahua, you may want to train that dog to go to the bathroom in a litter box. Litter boxes are super easy to take care of. Most of us just use the wood pellets that you burn in a pellet stove.
Right.
And you can get like the, I think it's newspaper that they compact down pretty hard.
Sure.
So there's all different types of litters that you can use, but train your little guys to go to the bathroom in a box in the house, just like a cat.
See, some people don't think about that because they think litter boxes are just for cats.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of breeders use litter boxes, especially with smaller dogs.
Yep.
And so if you're getting a smaller dog, They may already be accustomed to that by
Exactly.
the time you get them.
Exactly. So if your breeders taught your dogs or the puppies to pee or poop into a box, continue with it when you get them home.
Now, what if you're getting a rescue dog and you don't know if they're housebroken?
Then what I would recommend that you do is tether the dog to you. So tethering is basically where you take your dog's leash and you attach it to your belt and you go around the house together. So tethering is fantastic for building bonds, but it's also great because your dog can't wander off and get into trouble.
Right.
So with our open concept homes that we have now, it's not very easy to block off rooms. And it's, I think, prudent to block off as many rooms and places as possible. So
Dogs are
your
playing.
dog can't get out and go to the bathroom in the guest bedroom or other places. So
Right.
shut the doors, limit access to different rooms, and work on just one room at a time for house training.
And when I brought Titus home, he was 6 years old and he
Mhm.
wasn't housebroken. So that was a very helpful thing because he was otherwise marking, as male dogs tend to do, all over the place. And that is really hard to stop.
It is really hard to stop. So if you've got an adult male who's been recently neutered, it takes about 30 to 60 days for the hormones to leave the system. And in that time, they're still going to want to mark. Especially if they're new and it's new territory, they're going to want
Right.
to make it smell like them.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think that those are probably the most important things. So just to kind of recap, surface is important. Stick with the same surface and use that one technique to house train.
And show them the area too that they're supposed to
Take
be
them
in.
to the potty spot. Go there within 20 minutes to 30 minutes after a meal. And if they've been playing, stop play about 5 minutes into it, take them outside to go potty. And as soon as they wake up, take them outside, take them potty, take them to their spot.
Now, what if you're not home all day? What if you have a job and you put them in a crate for like 3 or 4 hours, then you come home at lunch?
Take them from the crate straight out to the potty spot, put a leash on them, and then you are able to praise the dog for doing the right thing instead of getting frustrated because they're home doing things they shouldn't. Especially if it's a new dog, and most of us, if we're house training, it's a new dog.
Yeah, yep.
So the last thing I want to do is leave a new dog unsupervised in my home. So I'm either
I
going to
did that
crate
one
it,
time.
I'm either going to crate it, yeah, or it's coming with me. But it's not running loose.
Border Collie redecorated the house while I was gone for 20 minutes.
Oh gosh, oh I bet that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She took the blinds down.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm not advocating that you put your dog in a crate and leave them there for 8 to 9 hours
No.
during the day. I think that's cruel and unusual punishment.
It is.
Um,
But 3 to 4 hours.
3 to 4 hours at a time during the day is nothing to worry about.
And if you can't come home and you have to have a dog sitter or someone that pops by your house, show them your routine
Yes.
so that they can get the dog on a leash and take it where it's supposed to go potty before they take it for a walk or whatever they're going to be doing with it while they're there.
Right. Keep the potty area clean, but I usually, when I'm first teaching a dog, I usually leave one stool so that the dog knows that's where I want you to poop. Yep.
Okay.
And then I clean up the old one and leave the fresh one there, and we just continue to go out. And
Okay.
each time the dog poops, I pick up the old one and I leave the new one, so it's always a fresh, poopy smell. I know, it sounds great, doesn't it?
That's good to know though, because most of us would just pick up all of it.
Uh-huh.
But if you want to leave something and the urine, that gets in the grass or whatever, so that's not a big deal unless you're watering the lawn a lot.
Right.
So.
Then if you keep that area clean in the future, that'll be where your dog goes to the bathroom. They will just automatically go there because a habit's been established.
Yep.
And they know where they're supposed to go. So if you keep that area as clean as possible, once your dog's house trained to pick up all the poop, hose it down so that there's not an odor of pee that is overwhelming, because just like us, dogs don't want to go to the bathroom at a truck stop.
That's right.
Yep. So if your bathroom area for your dog smells and looks like a truck stop, then you probably need to fix that.
That's right. Funny story about that, but we'll go there later. All right, so is there anything else we want to talk about today?
I can't think of anything. Oh, yes, I did. I just thought of one other thing. Set a timer and take them out every hour to hour and a half.
Good idea.
And if your dog is trying to tell you earlier that you need to go to the bathroom, you can adjust the time. Or if you go out to go to the bathroom after an hour and a half of being inside and the puppy or the dog does nothing, increase the time by 15 minutes until you figure out what that dog's bathroom schedule is.
Oh, good to know.
Yep.
Very good idea.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Yes.
Click on the like button below if you enjoyed this video. You found it helpful, and subscribe.
Subscribe, please.
We got 2
appreciate
channels. Subscribe to both channels. We'd love to keep in touch with you.
it. As we would.
And stay tuned because we have
Absolutely.
more stuff coming
Yay!
all the time. We'll never run out of dog stuff to talk about.
I don't think so.
Also, if you need help, go to Noelle's website at positivedirections.com because
Yes.
she can help you with any training questions you might have.
Yes. That's the letter K, number 9.
Yes.
All right.
K9.
Yep.
All right. Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye.